For successful implementation of Model 1 of ARHC scheme, website displays step-by-step processes along with the approvals involved, which needs to be carried out by states and for converting existing government-funded vacant houses into ARHCs. For better monitoring of the progress of ARHC's project, starting from submission of proposal to statutory approvals of SLAC, SLSMC, CSMC, and to listing of projects and up to operationalization, a dedicated MIS software has been designed and linked with ARHC website for all states, UTs, ULBs to submit the status of projects on a regular basis. Website displays state and UT-wise details on published RFPs for selection of concessionaires for converting existing government-funded vacant houses into ARHCs under Public-Private Partnership PPP mode or by public agencies under Model 1 of the scheme. Interested concessionaires may download RFP document corrigendum and then they may submit their proposal to respective state and UT through the link mentioned on the web page within the dates mentioned on the website. Dedicated logins have been given to all states, union territories, ULBs on ARHC MIS software to monitor the progress of ARHC's project, starting from submission of proposal to operationalization of ARHC project. Dashboard and detailed reports are available for each type of stakeholders. Copy of user manual is also available on the ARHC's website. State, Union Territories, Role Matrix. Through MIS software, state and union territories will submit information on following parameters: scheme-wise and project-wise information on the inventory of vacant houses, information on all the RFPs published by state and UT for selection of concessionaires, RFP-wise information on selected concessionaires along with their agreement details, ARHC listed project details, SLSMC approvals. Inventory of vacant houses. ULB shall visit ARHC website by entering arhc.mohua.gov.in. ULB shall log into ARHC website by entering user ID and password provided by Mohua. After successful login, the system will display homepage of ULB along with the dashboard and reports. On the left-hand panel, system displays options under Model 1 and Model 2. ULB will select option to add inventory of vacant houses. On the page, ULB officials will enter basic details like scheme sponsored by, JNNURM, RAY, state-specific, name of the project, project code, nodal officer details of the project, location of the project. After entering the basic details of the project, ULB will enter location-wise inventory details, project address, housing details, infrastructure details. Under housing details, ULB will enter following information: total number of houses, total number of vacant houses, total number of vacant houses proposed for ARHC. If inventory is of RAY project, then the ULB will enter breakup of total vacant houses proposed for ARHC as listed below: rental, relocation, AHP. ULB will enter the status of repairing required for vacant houses proposed for ARHC. ULB will enter the infrastructure details of the inventory of the selected location in 4 parameters: internal infrastructure, social infrastructure, neighborhood commercial, external infrastructure and its connectivity with internal infrastructure. ULB will enter details in comparison, that is, what was there in the approved DPR and what is the present status of the infrastructure facilities. After this, ULB will select whether particular infrastructure has been completed or is there some gap filling to be done. Moreover, ULB will enter remark against each parameter. To add inventory details of another location in same project, ULB official will click on Add Location button and repeat steps from 6 to 9, that is, project address, housing details and infrastructure details of the location. Published RFP details. ULB will select the option to Add RFP details. system will display screen wherein ULB will select inventories from the list of submitted inventory for which state and UT has published RFP for selection of concessionaire. After selection of inventories from the drop-down option, ULB will enter following details: bid document number, RFP details, name of the portal where RFP has been published and uploaded by the state or union territory, URL of the page where published RFP can be accessible. After entering the details, ULB will upload copy of published RFP document and important dates related to RFP like RFP published date, RFP download start date for seeking clarification, last date for submitting clarification, pre-bid meeting date, start date for proposal submission, last date for proposal submission, date of opening of technical bid, date of opening of financial bid. ULB will also be able to update the details of corrigendum and addendum related to RFP. After submission of RFP details on ARHC website, system will display RFP details on the home page of the website and inside the logins of all stakeholders. Selected concessionaire details. After selection of concessionaires through RFP process, ULB will enter details of selected concessionaires on ARHC website, required for opening of technical and financial bid, along with selection of concessionaire by ULB. ULB will select an option to add selected concessionaire details. System will display the screen wherein ULB will select the published RFP from a drop-down option. After selection of RFP from the drop-down menu, system will display details of selected RFP on screen. ULB will enter the following details of concessionaire selected against the published RFP: agency details, correspondence address, nodal officer details, CIN number, GST number, PAN number. After entering the details, ULB will upload signed copy of agreement in .pdf format. Finally, ULB will enter following dates: agreement execution date, site handover date, start date of operation. Project management. After submission of selected concessionaire details on ARHC website, ULB will enter project details as per the Annexure 2 format of the operational guideline. ULB may select Add Annexure 2 option displayed against RFP details inside concessionaire's Selected Report tab. Upon selection of Add Annexure 2 option, system will display screen where ULB will enter project details into 3 parts: basic details of the project, details of projects sanctioned under JNNURM, RE, details of new proposals under ARHCs. Under basic details of the project, ULB will enter the following details: project name, project code, name of the state-level nodal agency, name of the implementing agency. After submission of basic details of project, ULB will click on Save button and proceed to enter the details of project sanctioned under JNNURM or RE. ULB will enter the following details: financial details, physical details, area of DU, project completion status. After submission of details of the project, ULB will click on Save button and proceed to enter details of new proposals under ARHCs. ULB will enter following details under new proposal of ARHCs: housing details, infrastructure details, project cost, RFP details, selected concessionaire details, per DU affordable, rent fixed per month, operationalization date of ARHC, photograph of existing project. Step 9. After submission of all entries, ULB will click on the Submit button to save project details in the system. After the submission of project details by ULB, the system will display the project details inside State UT login to capture SLSMC decision against the project proposal. State Union Territory will upload and download filled project details in .pdf format and upload signed copy of the SLSMC minutes and signed copy of Annexure 2.